Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Barefoot Conversations with Magdalene. How is everyone doing? Hope you guys are doing well. This is another Tuesday morning, and not just another Tuesday morning. It's been a little while that I've been on air, not because I didn't want to be on air. I did miss you guys. It's just because things have been so busy, and there's only one of me, and I can't split myself into two places, hence the reason why I've not been on air. But I'm back. And I'm back with vengeance, with fire, and raring to go because I've missed you guys. I love talking, and I'm here again to just share with you my opinions, my views, and as usual, I always welcome your views, your comments, your messages. Please do keep them coming because I really, really love to read them. Anyways, what are we talking about this wonderful Tuesday morning? Can you imagine? It's March. It's Tuesday the 13th. Really, guys, where is the year going? Because I don't even know. I have to keep asking that same question over and over again. It really does feel, yes, I know we're going to sound like a broken record, but it really does feel like as if we just said Happy New Year literally yesterday. And we're in the third month of the year. We're in the third month of the year already. Oh my God, where has the year gone to? Where has the year gone to? Oh my God. Time has gone so quickly. Anyways, what am I talking about today? Today, I'm talking about women know your worth. Women know your worth. That's what I'm talking about today. That's the topic of today. Women know your worth. Last week, Thursday, was International Women's Day. Sunday gone was Mother's Day. And so I began to think, I was like, what am I going to talk about today? And some people don't just have International Women's Day, have an event on that Thursday. They kind of take the whole month as a celebration. Why should you have more pay than I? I don't get it. We should all be on the same playing level field. Anyways, we're here and we're pushing, we're pressing for progress. We're not just speaking, we're pressing for progress. One of the reasons why I chose today's topic, Women Know Your Worth, because on Sunday, I was at church celebrating Mother's Day. And one of the men came up and he said something. He said, I'm not trying to rock the boat, but he said, but there are men out there who are also playing both male and female, as in the sense of playing both mother and father for their children, which is true because it said maybe the partner has died or one thing or the other, the mother is no longer in the house, so it's now the dad looking after the children. Whatever the circumstances, there are also men out there who are having to become father and mother to their children. So we must acknowledge that. I just wanted to put that out there. But coming back to women, women know your worth. Who are you as a woman? Have you fully understood what your role is as a woman? What is your role as a woman? Because again, on Sunday, they were talking about so many things because it's obviously Mother's Day, tied in, there was the messages, everything was all weaved in around mothers and Mother's Day, just that celebration of Mother's Day. And there was something that was said that when a woman is in the house, when you give a woman a certain amount of money, it may be a small amount of money, she's able to take that money and go and bring back something big. You do the same for a man. You give him that same amount of money. He goes and buys one thing with that small amount, where the woman will be like, I could have bought X, Y, and Z. How many of you women can identify with that? That's me. I'll be like, you know what? This is a small amount of money, I know what I could have bought because I know I will like, okay, we need this, we need this, we need this. So I would have gone out there and tried to get, might not be everything, but at least let me get something that I'll be able to utilize at home. Okay. So as a woman, who are you? How do you carry yourself? How do you speak about yourself? What message, what vibe are you giving out to others about yourself? Do you know your worth? And as a young lady out there who is growing up, do you know your worth as well? In the age of everything is digital, everything is quick, everything is at your doorstep, literally by the phone, online, everything, you get it so quickly. We are in that age where young girls, young, wonderful, beautiful young ladies, who you are. Do you even understand what love is? If this person says he loves you, would he tell you to send a nude picture of yourself? I don't know. That's a question. It's a question. I'm not making a conclusion. It's a question I'm asking everybody. Will he tell that? Will he tell you to send a nude picture of yourself? Woman, know your worth. Not carrying yourself in an arrogant way, not trying to be pompous, not trying to say, you know what, I know it all, and come across quite rude and boastful. No, 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 I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about knowing fully well that you are a mother, knowing fully well that you are a queen, even though you may not have had children, knowing fully well that you carry nations inside of you and you birth nations. Why would you carry yourself less than you're supposed to? Why would you let anybody pull you down and make you feel second class? And by the way, let me say something here. The only person that can make you feel less than your own self is you, because you have to allow it. It's what the vibes that you give out that people feed on. And some people, some wicked people, some evil people manipulate things. And because they know they can manipulate things, they take advantage of that circumstance. And they begin to make you feel like as if you are nothing, make you feel as if you are no good. Why would you allow somebody to do that? The words that people speak, we all have an option to allow it to stay inside of us and breed and grow, take roots inside of us and become part and parcel of us. Or we learn how to develop thick skins at various times of our lives. And then it's just like throwing water off a duck's back. You just let it slide off. It doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt you. I'm not trying to say it won't hurt you, those words, especially when they're hurtful words. But you don't abide in them. You don't let them dwell in you so that they begin to knock your confidence one day at a time, before you know it, that you wake up one morning and there's no more confidence left. You are a powerful woman. You are great. You are wonderful. You're beautiful. Carry yourself with such honor and prestige. Teach your daughters, your younger ones, your younger sisters, how to be a woman of worth, a woman of honor, a woman that needs to be celebrated, a woman that is deserving of a great king. Because a woman of worth can only be with a man of worth, a man of honor, a man that knows that he is a king. And when he knows that he is a king, he knows a woman that is a queen to sit by his side, by his side. But when a woman doesn't know that she's a woman of worth, anything that goes, she latches onto that thing. And it's so sad because you find so many potentials that are untapped, unused, going down the drain. Why? Because the self-esteem, the confidence is no longer there. I run a youth organization, so I'm always interacting with young people all the time. When I see my young ladies carrying themselves all because they're trying to impress the opposite sex, I wonder, I sit back and I say, wow. Ladies, there's so much more. There's so much more that you have inside of you. Why do you feel the need that you need to impress somebody else in order for you to find validation for yourself? You are wonderful. You are important and you are successful. Why can't that register? Keep saying that. Have those affirmations on a daily basis. Look yourself in the mirror even when everything is going wrong and you feel so terrible. Remember those things. When you plant an apple seed, at the end of the day, you expect to reap an apple. You don't plant an apple seed and expect to reap a banana or an orange. It doesn't work that way. So it's what you plant within yourself that you expect to germinate at the right time, and then you harvest it. If you harvest seeds of doubt, of low self-esteem, of the fact that somebody said to you, you're no good, you will never amount to anything, and they called you all manner of derogatory names, and you allow those things to take root in you, it then becomes like the clothes that you wear. It becomes like a heavy burden that begins to weigh you down. When you allow those things to take root inside of you, when somebody looks at you and says, hey, you're a woman of worth, you'll be like, no, you're not talking to me. But when somebody looks at you and knows that, and you say to you, you are a woman of worth, and you yourself know that you are a woman of worth, that you have treasures inside of you, it's just a confirmation of what whomever said that to you, because you'll be like, yep, I know what you're saying. But some people might be listening to me now and say, you know what, Magdalene, it's so easy for you to say that. It's not so easy for you to say that. For many of you who know my story, it's not so easy. I didn't get to this point overnight. No. Everyone's on a journey. We've all come from somewhere, and we're all going somewhere. When I found myself pregnant 19 years ago as a young teen, I was called all manner of names that will affect the mental health of an individual. I was called all manner of names. But the thing is, I still remember some of those names, but I've chosen not to allow those words that was said to me all those years ago to become me and form my identity, because I know I am greater. I know that I am wonderful. I know that I'm important, and I know that I'm successful. So I do not allow those words, those derogatory words, to pull me down. And because of that, the energy that I give off does not allow anybody else to use such words with me. Because of the fact that they know that, you know what, this woman is going somewhere. This woman knows that she has worth inside of her. So I can't speak to her in that kind of way. And so as a result of that, in the circle of people around me, I don't have such people that will say such words to me. I don't have such people that will speak such vile things to me any longer. Why? Because that is not part of me. I don't give those vibes up. I don't open myself up for you to say, come and abuse me. So those words can no longer have a part in me. But it did not take an overnight thing for me to get to where I am. It's a continuous journey. We start and we fall. We start and we fall. But it got to the point that I said to myself, you know what? If you're going to achieve all that God has deposited in you to achieve, it's time to wake up. And it's time to start that journey one step at a time. And that is what I'm saying to each and every one of us. Irrespective of your background, irrespective of where you're coming from, all those abuse, those mental abuse, those domestic abuse, those violent abuse that you've been through. It's painful, it hurts, it breaks you. You feel like giving up. You say to yourself, what's the point? At this point, I'm no longer just speaking to the women, I'm speaking to both male and female, because everybody goes through abuse in one way or the other. You need to understand the fact that you did not die in that horrible situation means that there's a bigger and greater purpose for you. But it has to start with you understanding that you have worth, that you are valuable, that you have something great to offer the world. But you need to understand that, because when you understand that, it's one step leading to building your self-esteem and your confidence, because that's where it lies. It's all about confidence. Knowing who you are, knowing your strengths, knowing your weaknesses, and knowing how to combat those weaknesses and turn those weaknesses into strengths. That's what I'm talking about. We all have insecurities. You can say to me, but Magdalene, you don't seem to have any insecurities. Oh, wow. Magdalene has so many different insecurities. But it's just the fact that I have come to understand that I can never be somebody else. I always wanted to be, I'm a musician, I'm a singer-songwriter, so I always wanted to sing and sound like Beyonce. Because I felt that if I wasn't singing like her, I wasn't sounding like her, this I'm talking almost 15 years ago, then I'm not a good singer. It took me a long time to understand that you don't have to be this person. You are your own person. You are unique in your own way. Your sound, your everything is unique. This is you. So it took me a long time to get there. But when I got there, when the penny finally dropped, I was like, oh, wow. And once I realized that, once I understood that, it was like the floodgates were open, and I was like, you know what, everything I need to do in order for me to become empowered, everything that I need to do in order for me to ensure that I am secure within myself, so when I go out and speak to people or liaise with people in one way or the other, I'm offering to them something that is inspirational, something that will transform their lives. Everything that I need to do, then I need to do that thing. Whatever I need to learn, whomever I need to affiliate myself with in order for me to learn, because it's all part of my journey, then I need to do that. And that is what I did, and that is what I continue to do. For the fact that we have life, we never stop learning. We are always students of life. A student can never supersede the teacher, irrespective of how far he or she might have gone in life. The teacher almost always remains a teacher. Why? Because that teacher planted the initial seed. That teacher planted something within that student that pushed that student, that energized that student to go on to the next level. So even if the student becomes greater and has so many different titles and qualifications above his or her teacher, that teacher still remains the teacher. And someone that is wise will realize that and say to him or herself, you know what, this is my teacher. I must give respect to that teacher. And that is who I am. Because I know those who have impacted my life positively along the way. And as such, I always give them that respect. We may not speak every day, we may not communicate all the time, but I give those people respect, want to respect themselves. But because of one or two things that they've done, I give them that respect, because I'm like, you've done something, you've planted a seed in my life. Unlike you, unlike however way you may be reacting now, I won't react in that way. So when you're a woman of worth, you don't go around tearing other women down. You don't go around tearing other people down. No. Those are childish things you do when you're in school. When you're a woman of worth, you carry yourself with honor. You carry yourself with prestige. Even when there's no money in your pockets, you smile. Even when you're hurting physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, spiritually, you're hurting. You wash your face, you put your makeup on, you wear your shoes, you put on your coat, your scarf, and you step out the door. And you have a smile on your face. And you carry on. And you keep pushing. And you keep pushing. Why? Because you know that as long as God gives you life, change is inevitable. And say to that one woman or that one man that is listening, be encouraged. Don't let yourself be pulled down by anybody, irrespective of whatever that might have happened to you or is happening to you right now. Know that you are wonderful. Know that you are important, and know that you are successful, regardless of what your circumstances may be telling you right now. We need to begin to see things through our minds and push beyond our current situation. And know that, you know what? As long as I'm able to lie down and I wake up and I see a new day, then I've got hope. And you keep, because of that hope, you keep persevering. You keep pushing on because of hope. Because of hope. You never give up because of hope. If nobody out there is rooting for you and planting those seeds of greatness inside of you, I'm here planting those seeds inside of you, saying to you, you know what, don't give up. Don't give up, because there's that one person who needs you. Just as you are listening to me now and saying, you know what, this is coming at such a great time for me. There's that also one person out there who is listening, who needs to listen to you. Who needs to hear your story, who needs to be encouraged because you never gave up. So woman, man, you are and will continue to be wonderful, important, and successful. On that note, I just want to say again, happy International Women's Month. Let me put it that way because the day has gone now. Happy Mother's Day month, however you want to do it. For us in the UK, Sunday was Mother's Day. Other parts of the world, Mother's Day is another time. But whatever the case may be, for the men, for the sons, for the daughters, the husbands, the partners out there, please don't wait till a particular time to celebrate the women in your life. It should be a continuous celebration on a daily basis. The same way we have Father's Day coming up in June. We shouldn't wait to celebrate our fathers, our men in our lives. It should be a continuous celebration. Because for the fact that they are there, impacting your life in a positive way, celebrate them daily. On that note, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for all of you who have been so supportive to me on this journey. It's a journey. The fact that we have life, it's a continuous journey. There's so many, many rivers to cross. I want to leave you and say to you, I love you, but God loves you more. This is Magdalene Adenike presenting Barefoot Conversation, the lady with different hats. Have a great day. Bye for now.